Hi, and welcome back to the shop. And it's really
It's always that little rumble, isn't it? Yep.
We've been just having a couple of giggles, and that was some great information. We went to the break about just that little tagline that you put on.
It's worthwhile saying we haven't actually tested that. So it's we're acting on information that we've got from someone else, which seems to hold true. But we haven't had to test it, and that's been interesting.
Reaction.
Yeah, and that's been interesting.
And I think quite a lot of the times that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for that response. And I must admit, with our credit facilities, when I put in until that bill's paid, we can't extend. They just kept up to date.
It's amazing. I think it's because you become, well, you're part of their critical flow, but they're also dealing with a whole stack of other people which perhaps aren't enforcing that, or perhaps aren't chasing up their invoicing.
And I think,
And if you've only got 10 grand and you've actually got 12 grand's worth of invoicing, you sort of I must admit, we do the whole, or we used to when we were sort of just getting out, you do the whole, okay, Telstra can wait, but you look after the small businesses and then you look after the big corporations later. Because there's always a negotiation spot, and as a small business, you're sort of trying, I think, to look after each other. But I remember having to make that decision. Staff, then other small businesses, then we'll deal with the big corporations. Just in those, and what was frustrating at the beginning when we were setting this all up, it's not an income issue.
No.
It's a cash flow issue. And we had issues with our trading terms, and hence the workflowing, which we'll be talking about. So we were sitting on everybody does 30 days, we'll do 30 days. But that means that all our bills are due at the same time that we're trying to get money in. Essentially, you've got a rubber bottom bank account that goes, end of the month, doing, and
exactly.
you just can't do anything. You can't get the squidgy that you need on top.
No.
And
Squidgy on top.
Yeah, that bit of squidgy money that you get to play with, and if this is a little bit late, that's okay, because you can just tap into that bit.
I've just seen the accountant, squidgy money? What's this, squidgy? I don't have a box for that.
No.
But welcome to real life business.
Float. It's like float, but better. So, and it's with the squidgy money, it stops us hitting the rubber bottom. That's how the two came together.
I think one of the other things that, and I'm really a big fan of going through the franchising model and going through sitting in mastermind groups and getting groups, together with people who go, I do this, I do that.
Here you could interject the watch this space mastermind coming soon.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, coming on the Patreon, we will be soon on Patreon, and you will see me and Jacqueline. We're going to be doing some tech talks, actual. I mean, because there's a lot of people out there that show you what to do. Fair enough, some of it is really, really good.
More often, tell you what to do.
Tell you what to do. But we are running a media group. We've got over 600,000 listeners on the radio station. I don't know how many people. We just reset the YouTube channel up, in like 2 weeks. We're almost at 100 subscribers in 2 weeks on that.
And that'll get it snowball. Before anybody working in social media, don't freak out. That'll snowball as it gets past that critical 100, and then it starts to go. So it's always a little bit slow at the beginning.
Absolutely. Over 1,000 interviews sitting here. So we know the equipment that works. We know the mics that work. We know the lighting. So we're going to do some tech talks. There's a lot of people out there going, I want to do this for me and my business. Yeah. Can I set something up? Yes, you can. So stay tuned. So Tech Talk is coming, and Tech Talk Australia.
quick, patent it. And that's what we will obviously talk about from a podcasting point of view. So we're looking just the audio, but as well as but a lot of the video gear. It's there seems to be a lot about podcasting out there, but not so much that extra step into the video.
Yeah, I want to show you how to do that and how to do podcasting yourself very, very easily. How to monetize it for yourself and a few things like that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming on Patreon, and we'll have the details of that.
And now we've thanked our sponsors, we'll continue with what we were talking about. We're talking of monetizing.
And that's what we call committing.
We should give you a date and time.
Not quite. Anyway, soon.
Sometime in 2017, we committed to at some stage in the next future.
No, it won't be too long away. A couple of months away at the most, and we'll start to build the content on that. But I think when you come down to these franchising models, you're starting to look at what works, what doesn't work. The other thing is you start to break down your process. Because what I say is, someone says, well, what's the difference? How do I earn more money? And my answer is build a bigger vessel. And a few people go, I don't get you. And I go, okay, I can go to work and I'll earn so much money, because it's only little old me working. I can buy a deli and hopefully I'll earn a little bit more money. But the deli's only so big. Then I could buy a mini supermarket. Well, the vessel's a bit bigger, hopefully I'm earning more, then I can get a chain of them. So in your business, if you're looking at your business, you're going, how do I earn more money? Make your vessel bigger. Make it a bigger business. That can be scary for some people.
That comes back to scalable, which is, yeah.
But it's coming right back to what you said about scalable, and you can only scale something when you've got your workflows done, your op manuals done, you're knowing where your profitability actually is,
yeah, where does your money
and
come
knowing
from?
where the unprofitability is as well, so you can cut that bit of dead wood out, and you actually start doing less and earning more, but you get a model. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about modeling and how to make your vessel bigger so you can earn more money.
And this will be the bit where we disagree with each other.